Morning, everybody. My name's Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. Okay, today's subject is what happens if something happens to your caregiver. We had a very interesting situation that happened to us today. We decided to go shopping, and Claudine said, "Why don't you come to the Dollarama?" I said, "That sounds like a trip to me." For me, it's not a Dollarama, it's a $100 because I don't get very often, and I just go to town when I get there. But I had a great time shopping and whatnot. Then we came home, and we pulled up the car. It's very snowy here. We pulled up the car. It wasn't snowing, though. So we pulled up the car, parked it, and Claudine came around and says, "Okay, I'll get the wheelchair out." She got the wheelchair set up, and then I said to her, "I'm not moving. I'm sorry. My pills haven't worked, and I'm not going to be able to help with this one." "Oh," she says, "don't worry about that." She says, "I gotcha." She gets a hold of me in our bear hug that we always do. She gets up and she lifts me up, and all of a sudden I hear, "Oh, oh," and it's like, uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. The wheelchair hit some ice, sitting there, skittered sideways, so it's fallen over. She's holding on to me. I can't move. I'm holding around her neck, and I can't move. Can't feel my feet or my hands. And down we go. Well, she was worse for the wear. She has skinned her knees up. She's hobbling around. I said to her, "You have hurt yourself, something fierce." Lifting me has been very hard on her back and her hernia, which she's not supposed to be lifting. She thinks it's burst through. So she's having considerable pain. Meanwhile, I said to her, I hate to say this, but the hip we'd landed on was the one that got repaired not too long ago. Luckily, I don't think I'm very sore, but I don't think anything hurt. I got a tiny little scuff on my knee. I sort of, in through here, you can see where I've kind of done some damage on my arm, falling down, which I don't understand me, but it's like, why is it hips and arms and wrists? Always is. But anyway, while we were laying down there thinking, how are we getting up? Bill hasn't seen anything, and he couldn't help us up if he wanted to. He wouldn't be able to help us up because he doesn't have the strength in himself to do it. So as we're laying there, Claudine looks at me and she says, "Well, Mom, you broke my fall." Broke her fall. I said, "I broke your fall on my hip. Get off me." But anyway, just then, nice neighbor we hadn't met yet. He lived 5 or 6 doors down. He was driving by. He saw what had happened, and he came back to give us a hand. He says, "I don't know how much help I'm going to be. I have a hurt shoulder," but he says, "I can hold the wheelchair steady." And Claudine, in her hurt condition, she still managed to get me up off the ground and back into the chair. So, Caregiver Down. What do we do now? Well, we hope that I don't freeze up as often. That's one thing. I've been sort of frozen all night long. Cal and Ashley and Finn came by, and I wasn't able to cuddle and snuggle the way I wanted to, but I did have a nice visit. Claudine had a wonderful visit with Finn. He just loves her. And even at the front door, when he knew where he was all delighted about it. So that was really nice. So he did that. In the meantime, she had made us a beautiful dinner of chicken, like roast chicken and shake and bake and roasted potatoes. Lovely dinner. And so she said to them, "Well, if you come over," he said, "well, we have to eat dinner first." And she goes, "I've got lots here. You can have dinner here." So they came, and I guess they nibbled a little. They didn't sit at the table. They just nibbled a little in the kitchen. But at least they came for a visit, and we had a good time. And Cal and Finn are going to come back tomorrow night because we got a couple little jobs for Cal to do. And he said, "You can have another visit with Finn." So that's what the plan is for tomorrow. Claudine is going to go up to Canadian Tire tomorrow, and hopefully she gets a break and doesn't have to take one of us old folks. So she'll go and do what she wants to do there. And I really don't have a ton of his video here, just because that's kind of what we did. I was going to do a Dollarama haul, and then I realized that I had put half of the stuff away, and Claudine had emptied some of the bottles, or the bags. The bottles. Okay, you know why I said the bottles? I'm looking over at my table. I can't go over there right now because I'm not moving as well as I want to shift myself to the wheelchair. But over there, I'll show you tomorrow. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bottles of sugar-free syrup, different flavors, to make my cold coffee in the mornings. And I am looking forward to trying that. Khalid likes cold drinks. I said, you pick one tomorrow and we'll have a cold coffee together. So that's going to be nice. So anyway, that's why I said bottles, but it was actually in the bags. All right, I'm not going to stay on here and tell you more. I'm just going to tell you that the caregiver is down. She has to take it very easy tomorrow. I'm not going to let her do much. And we'll see how she does after that. But if she... we ordered one of those belts to help with the lifting. So we have ordered that already. Okay, that's it today. I'm going to put a couple pictures in here. You will see her knee is quite scuffed up. Mine has a tiny little mark in it. But I, unfortunately, am on the inside feeling more bruised than I am on the outside. I said to her, I said, wouldn't you know it? I said, she fell the other day on the ice and really hurt her arm, and there's not a mark. Today, she hurt herself, but there's a big mark, and I hurt myself, and there's not a mark. Funny how that happens. But anyway, that's it for today. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Oh, I'm going to put a couple pictures here at the end just to show our knees and to show what a beautiful dinner we had. Okay, good night. One other thing I wanted to tell you, and I forgot to mention it. My brother is actually going to be coming, and he's coming on the 24th and leaving on the 30th of November. So we're going to get to see him very soon, and we are happy about that. So anyway, I thought I'd let you all know that, and we'll take lots of video when he's here. So hope to share that with you. Okay, bye-bye.